Hey, I'm the Kudoista, and today we're going to go over the 1-2 hook. First of all, if you didn't see my videos on perfecting the 1-2 combo and short and long hook videos, watch those first, because this is where we're going to put it all together. Okay, we're going to go through basic to more advanced versions. Let's do it. So, first, the most basic version of the 1-2 hook, we're just going to stay on the spot. We're not going to move anywhere. So, from your stance, make sure you take a little step for your jab, jab, push with the ball of your foot to twist your hips, throw the 2, and then shifting weight to your rear foot, twisting, elbow straight in line with your fist, lifting up your front heel, and throwing the hook with the power of your waist. Okay? So like this, 1, 2, hook. Very basic. 1, 2, hook. Focus on using your legs, pushing into the floor, rotating the hips, lifting your heels to really get those hips rotating. Okay? Gradually speeding it up. Now let's add some movement into that. So this time we're going to throw the jab, bringing the rear foot in to throw the 2. So we've moved forward with both feet. Okay, this is to help you cover the distance, the gap between you and your opponent. A lot of the time he's not going to be standing right there in front of you. You've got to move into him. So pushing off with the ball of your rear foot, jab, and immediately bring your rear foot in, heel off the floor, pushing with the ball of your foot to throw the 2. From there, shifting weight again to throw a short hook. Bam. And back to stance. Okay, so it looks like 1, 2, hook. 1, 2, hook. Do not drag your foot behind you. You cannot throw a powerful 2 if your foot is dragging and not pushing into the floor. You don't have the same amount of power in your hips, okay? It's got to come in, it's got to be ready to push, to fire that 2, nice and strong and fast, okay? So it looks like, watch my feet, up, up, okay? Okay, version 3, we're going to step forward for the 1-2, and then step forward again with a long hook this time. Okay, so for this, we're going to use the same footwork pattern. It's a 2-step, 1-2, 1-2. Okay, same footwork. So it looked like this, throw the 1-2, bam, bam. My feet are directly underneath me, so it's easy for me to push off again and do the same step again. Bam, bam, with a hook this time, okay? And I'm gonna throw a long hook. This is a situation where maybe I've thrown the 1-2, my opponent has parried, and maybe he's leaned back. I have to extend a little bit to catch him with the hook. I can't throw a short hook, it won't get him. So I'm going forward with the 1-2, bam, bam, and forward again with a long hook. Make sure you turn your lead knee in a little bit this time, rotate that waist, pull with your rear shoulder to power that hook, and turn your fist down so that you connect with these 2 knuckles and not with the knuckles on the inside of your hand. So it looks like this. Bam. Long hook. Okay, again, slowly. 1, 2, step forward again. Long hook. Notice my feet. 1, 2, bop, bop. Slowly speeding it up. And back to stance. Version 4. This is similar to the last one, but I'm going to generate my power a little bit differently. This version, I'm going to throw the 1-2, sinking on the 2, and then I'm going to leap forward with both legs at the same time to throw a powerful hook. Boom! This version is one you would use to someone who's backing up, okay? Not backing up too far. Obviously, if you're going too far, you're not going to connect. But if they're just backing up a little bit and you've got to follow in to get that hook to land, this is a good way to do it. This is the version where I can feel I can cover the most distance. Now, the difference between this and the third version is, on the third version, I'm driving off the back foot, going with the lead foot first, and then pulling the rear foot in. In this version, I'm throwing the 1-2, sinking, and now both feet are exploding off the floor to leap forward, bang, and throw the hook. And you can throw a more powerful hip rotation and a short style hook if you need, or long if he backs up and you have to. You can adjust the distance on this one very easily. Okay, so it looks like 1-2 hook. Notice how I sink into the 2. I'm bending my knees to load the energy in my legs so I can leap off the floor, pushing myself forward. Okay, and it looks like notice how much distance I cover. Okay, from the side. I'll start back here. Okay, final points. When you're throwing your 1-2 hook, okay, remember when you throw a hook, don't drop your other hand. Make sure when you throw your hook, your other hand is guarding your temple, right up. Glue it to your temple. Glue your knuckles to your temple, okay? You can pull your shoulder back, but don't pull your hand away. This just leaves you open for a counter, okay? So get in the habit of always making sure one hand is always on the side of your face when you're punching, okay? And use the power of your legs to drive off the floor, to rotate your waist, to power your punches, okay? Us. So one of the things I notice in people when they're not so experienced in striking is that they don't move their feet when they strike. So say they throw a 1-2 hook, they might take a little step and 1-2 hook, and they're leaning with their body and they're all stretched out, their feet are open, they've got no base, they've got no balance, they're overreaching, and that's how you get countered, okay? And also it's very hard to get your opponent if you don't move your feet, okay? So what these drills are gonna do is help teach you to always move your feet and keep your feet underneath you no matter where you go, always keeping your feet right underneath you, which gives you the ability to move off again in whatever direction you need to go, okay? And it also gives you balance so that it's easier for you to defend and fire back at any time. So now you can take those variations of the 1-2 hook and work your other punches in to create combinations. For example, 1-2 short hook elbow. Yeah. Okay. Uppercuts. Okay. Same thing with all the other versions, okay? Start adding in other punches. Put some defensive movement in.